Love, light, greetings, gratitude, blessings, and blessings. Beautiful soul family, my divinity to yours. Welcome and welcome back. I thank you for your clicks and comments, your appreciation, participation, your love, light, and support. Spirit and I thank you for all that you are doing by uniting in light in this great fight to lift and uplift people and planet into a higher frequency, into ascension, into a higher dimension. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 14th of May 2024, our energy is 9, which is completion, endings, conclusions, solutions, separation, divide. Also resonant with the Hermit energy, very much a Virgo energy of perfecting, of humbling, of simplifying, the energy of awakening and enlightening. And when we reach that essence of being aware, awake, being light, then we end darkness, we end the old patterns, we end cycles, we conclude chapters, and the brand new energy awaits us. So that is in brief the 9. I have spoken about 9 in depthly in previous readings if you are an avid follower. If not, please do refer to previous messages on the Royal Channeling playlist and of course the Divine Channeling playlist, which I encourage you to listen to specifically, is the Divine Channeling playlist. There's a lot taking place, and I've channeled yesterday 2 different readings that come up suddenly as an urgency in the soul of myself, pushing forward to bring those messages. I intended to bring you the reading on Camilla yesterday, however that was moved today, and I understand why, and I'll explain that to you shortly. But yes, reverting to the energies of the channeling in yesterday's reading on the Tree of Life and what is happening with that beautiful energy coming through, the energy of the activation of the Tree of Life, which is so important. So please do go ahead and listen to that, and the prayer that we did for peace on earth. They seem to intricately interconnect with each other, and it was as above so below energy, so that will do us a lot of good if you participate in both those energy activations. And of course the Divine Channeling playlist gives you a lot of other tools and techniques and insight into improving yourself for the coming energies. And I did say to you that preparation is given through those tools for what is coming, and the changes are in a very, I wouldn't say turbulence in a sense that it is happening quickly, intensifying, and of course unprecedented, but not in a turbulent sense of chaos and crisis. But then that of course is also very possible with the energy of change. We will have upheaval, we will have chaos. With any change or clearing, there is always going within, cleaning out, spring cleaning, vacuuming, unearthing to bring to the surface. And change is never always comfortable. We know that. To take ourselves out of the comfort zone is always a challenge. And that is why when we sit in the comfort zone, we become too complacent. We become too ingrained, and we root ourselves deeper into what is in fact redundant. So the reading today is about diving into Camilla's energy, and I do feel that this will be part. Spirit said to me already that we will take it in parts. I'm not sure how many there will be. So Queen Consort Camilla, married to the King Charles III. She is a Cancer Sun, a Cancer Moon, a Leo Ascendant, and her birth path number is a 9, and today's energy is a 9. So I understand why I could not do that reading yesterday. And when I started preparing for this reading, it's only so often that my eyes moves to time. I don't allow time to govern my life. But when I'm prompted to look, or if it just happens automatically, then there's always a significance that is being impressed upon me. And the time on my phone was 09:09, which is 9 minutes past 9. And that is the energy validation for the reading today. But 0909 is much more significant to me than just being a reading for today. My mother is the 9th of September born, and she's late, so whenever she wants to talk to me as well, and if I'm too busy and I see time, she comes through as a 9 or a 0909 energy. So let us go ahead with the reading today and see what is coming through. Divine Spirit of Light, Mother, Father, Creator of all that is. The beauty, the bounty, the immaculate and articulate, the supreme of all creation in all systems of creation, universally and multiversally. I welcome, invite and invoke your energy, your synergy, your essence and presence into my life, into my space, onto this channel, and to each and every one listening, to bless us all, protect us all, to love us and heal us. Thank you. I ask that you bring in the energies of Camilla, and for you to bring me clear, precise messages for the questions I have. Thank you. I am feeling a very heavy energy, almost like a very mild headache. And I feel very weighed down at this time. When I was preparing for this reading, I had such a terrible throat irritation, and I'm hoping it doesn't play up. But I do feel that it is part of this reading that we are about to experience. And the birds in the background that suddenly went off now, very subtly, is saying yes, there are subtleties in the messages or in the information. So let's take a dive into this. I have 2 questions only, and I've restricted that because we do not know how deep the messages go, and I do not want to keep each of the podcasts too long either. So at the bottom of this deck is a 9, very symbolic of the energy today, of somebody with a lot of mental activity, hence my head, which I just realized now. Spirit is saying that is why your head is heavy and feeling weighed down, because there's a lot going on in the mental energy of the one we will speak about. And that is also causing a lot of mental energy in the system itself. 8 of coins, working very hard at something. The time right now that I just noticed was 9 minutes and 35 seconds. Working in the dark, working hard, trying to perfect something, right? And the 5 of Swords, which is all about mental activity, conflict, tension, anxiety, argument, everything to do with going into war with yourself and others, or others with you, and wanting to triumph at any cost, at any level, for personal reasons. Temperance, being in charge. It's about balance and healing, but in what respect? That's important. Four of Cups. For yourself. For not concerning about others, forgetting others, pushing others aside, and not paying attention to the importance of the detail. So it is about complacency, about what's in there for me. If I'm getting the advice and if it's working against my will, I push it aside. I don't care about it. Right, let's look at that. I was about to say that's the last one, and I was shown the Judgment. Right, you see, this is about personal judgment, personal gain, and of course not the collective judgment. But there's always a collective judgment, isn't there? A spiritual judgment. So let's see what comes through. My question for the first deck is, Divine Spirit, please reveal Camilla's energetic authenticity in currency. We have the Four of Coins and the Page of Cups. Control. Control. Spirit says control. She wants to control a lot, and she is controlling a lot. She wants to be in control. Possessive, right? Very possessive. Wants to be in charge, take charge. Page of Cups. She's supposed to be sensitive towards others and really offer advice and kindness and balance and help heal the emotions and situation. But in this case, she's not. It's about her controlling. It's about her, even if she had to manipulate a situation in her favor, it's about her power, her say, her word, her doing, her intentions. Right, so she's got a tight grip and guarding everything. Instead, she should be offering much more. See, so she's turning her back on what she should be doing. She's not facing that. She's not seeing the light and the bright. She's in the shadows, in the dark. And I don't say it negatively. I am saying what I'm feeling. She prefers to work behind the scenes energy, you know. Be very clear and blunt about what she wants, but not let everybody know that it is her. That's why we saw the Eight of Coins working in the dark, perfecting something. You see, there's always a story with the cards at the bottom. They do bring a lot of insight. So her mind is working constantly at this. Right, so show us more. The Six of Coins. Now this again, if we look, promises to share, to give, but the scale is empty. There's nothing on the scale. It's I will promise to do and give and say and share, etc., etc. But promises are not being fulfilled here, right? People are waiting for these handouts, for the commitment for that. but the scale is empty. There's nothing to give. So it's just up there in the air. See, turning her back on what she should be giving, sharing, healing, harmonizing. What else? Show us her energy in currency, the authenticity of who she is right now in currency. 7 of Cups. Too much, too many. Right, there's too many things, too much going on, too many options. But if you look at these cups, there are butterflies that show an opportunity that she can take to change and transform things. And the rest of the cups are empty. There's nothing to look forward to. All the cups, in fact, are empty. But the butterflies are specifically showing that she could pick the right cup and transform and change and adjust and adapt and move things forward for the better and the brighter. And she's got a lot of opportunities. This cup offers a change. This offers 2. The highest offers 3. So there's multiple opportunities for a potential for change. But is she looking? Right? She's not. She's trapped. She's blindfolded. She's guarded. It's about her. Right? And she does this. By doing this, you end up trapping others. So you bring others into that type of energy as well. When I say she's trapped, we're not saying she's restricted. She is restricting herself by not seeing better, doing better. And in that process of wanting everything in control, to be in control, you then prohibit and restrict and limit others. You put boundaries around others and you make it difficult for them. You see, you don't make it easy. You bring the turbulence for them. Give me more. Temperance. You see, she's meant to do the healing. She should be doing the healing. She should be the better, the bigger person. Right? Having a role like that means you should be governing and ruling and portraying, being a leader, being somebody transformative. Right? Transforming energy, metamorphing energy. This transformative energy would be so blessed to have, given her role, her title, her position, somebody to look forward to light up people's lives. This is what this is about, and we saw that at the bottom of the deck already. All those butterflies in the cup, you see, are here. They're present. They're here, showing how you can balance spirit and earth. You can bring about change in the darkness. Three of Swords. But unfortunately, this is what's being perfected. Pain. Pain. Pain for others. Pain for the situation at hand. Pain for whatever's going on behind the scenes. There's constant pain. Heartbreak. Separation. Rejection. Infection. Inflicting pain, right? Really upsetting everything. And this will now sit at the bottom of the Eight of Swords, which is showing how much thought and strategy and planning is going on in this particular type of pain. The Knight of Coins. Is meant to be a hard-working, adult, somebody working towards goals, to fulfill goals, no matter how long it takes, but your goal should be right and righteous. To bring about changes for betterment, to uphold your honor, to fulfill your pledges and your promises. Right, it takes a lot of patience and practicality, but you triumph because your heart's in the right place and you keep moving. It may take a long time, but slow and steady, you win the race, or you get to the end, to the completion. And with the Temperance, this sits under the Temperance, is showing that she's been there a long time and she should have been working on these type of goals. On bonding and binding and merging and uniting and gluing everything together, you know, planning with a higher mission. With the Temperance above that, you plan from a higher place, from a divine place, from a spiritual place. That's what should be happening. So her energy right now is showing us where she is, and instead of what she should be doing. All right, let's ask, is there anything else before I move to the next question? Queen of Cups. Diana's energy. Five of Cups. Now this is a story on its own. Queen of Cups is Diana's energy. The Spirit is saying, clearly we know this all began then, causing Diana great sadness. Five of Cups. Now I did not expect this to come here in this reading. Right, so Diana pops in because what they're showing us, that this is a long time in the happening, in the making, in the accumulation of this energy of hers. This is what's happening from the beginning of time. But she brought great sadness to Diana. Ten of Wands. She's been carrying this character with her, this persona, these traits, this personality of who she is for a long time. And clearly it has just manifested and infested in itself and manifested even bigger and heavier and burdensome. She's been carrying this like a piece of an antique, you know, something so prized. It's her goal, it's her elixir, it gives her the oxygen. It's tiresome and burdensome to keep up this image, but she does it. We've got the Ten of Coins. That's the prize. That's the goal, the kingdom, the legacy, the wealth, the stature, the image. That was always her goal, to achieve this 10 of coins, this financial bliss. I wanted all the wealth, the inheritance, the stability, the fame, the fortune, everything. That is the goal. I've got 2 10s, so I will carry this burden for however many years to gain what I am after. And to do that, she had to oust Diana. I cannot make this up. I cannot make this up. And there's no intention to make anything up, but I'm saying to you that I almost didn't want to ask a final question and put the deck away. And I said, what else? And this is showing up. Imperfection of explanation. Exactly what she did. And how she's continued to do this for a goal. And it's sad. It really is sad. Because I was hoping we could pick on something different here. You know. When I say pick on something different, I mean pick the card. The cards would pick itself to show us there is relief of what is happening out there, to portray her in this type of light. It is not anyone's intention, and especially not mine, to portray anybody in bad light. We just speak the truth, right? And I was hoping that I would see something very different. My second question is, what is her life purpose? What is her role, her goal, her life purpose in this lifetime? Well, clearly from the bottom 4 cards, we see that her goal and her role in life was to get what she wants. It's already showing up. But let us see what else comes through. At the bottom of the deck is the 3 of... what is this? The 3 of Pentacles, sorry. Which again is working in group, in collaboration, planning carefully, ensuring that everything is done the way she wants it, following the script perfectly, perfecting the art, right? So it is about being monumental, being important, making herself important, working on an important goal. We have a repeat of the 8 of Swords, right? There it is here. And in that process, you trap a kingdom. You trap yourself in it, and you trap a kingdom. Right? You put up boundaries, you restrict, and you create that kind of mental chaos, which then leads to physical chaos. Strength. Her ascendant is Leo, right? Which means that she's powerful, she's strong, she's a strong and powerful woman. And this is the Strength card, which is a Leo card. So her ascendant is showing here that she has to rise above everything. She's got to be the stronger, the powerful. And as a woman, every woman has that right to be strong and powerful. But how are you using that strength and power? Right, and if we put that next to that, clearly we see that it is not for the right reasons. Because you've got a double 8 here. Okay, that's why I was asked to show that card, the double 8. See? Amplifying her strength, but in the wrong way. And let's do one more. This is the Page of Pentacles. laying foundations and goals. She started this off very young in her life, as a young woman, laying this foundation and her goals, creating this way, this path for herself, so that she will have the strength as she grows older and matures to do all of this. King of Pentacles, and that was the goal. The kingdom, the wealth and the power, the rule. That's always been. It is showing up here that this was in her, this is her destiny. Right? Your destiny is what you create through free will. What is fated is what is preordained. So this is her destiny. So to ask what was her life purpose, right? Her life purpose, yes, to be royal, to be regal, to be powerful, to be in control, but she created a destiny out of it for a personal goal, as a personal goal. Right, we have the star underneath, so that's what she needed to be, is the star of this show, of this role. Show me her life purpose. What is her life purpose? The Six of Swords. Moving on. This moving is about constant change. Transiting energy constantly, changing things, moving things, shifting things, creating turbulence, moving families. Right? She herself has moved relationships, has created rift and turbulence in families, difficulty and challenges from what I'm seeing, but she was steering the changes. She was engineering these changes. She's been behind a lot of the changes for herself and others. So clearly her movement in life was altering her destiny, and in doing so she altered everybody else's destiny in that path. And not always the journey has been easy. It's been difficult with a lot of swords. It's coming out of the Five of Swords, the battle, the struggle, the fight, the war, and then you win it at all cost. And in that process, you've got to now, your strife for your change also is difficult because you've upset a lot of people. You create this persona about yourself and you've upset the families involved. So it's not just about your transition for something higher. It's about upsetting the apple cart for another's transition in another direction. So you're facing rocky, rough seas, rocky waters, turbulent waters, velocity, all of that. So her life purpose, or her destiny in this life, she's made it her purpose to keep creating this kind of transitions, these transmissions for change, for altering energy. You know, your fight is on land, for example. The Five of Swords is fighting on land, using your skill, your strategy, your intellect to win the war. You've planned it to, and then you get on to the trajectory of water. Now it's an emotional battle. It becomes a lot of pain and sadness from that loss through the Five of Swords. On land, there's bloodshed, there's grief, and now you move into this transition of dealing with that emotionally, where you've created this new well of emotions for yourself and for everybody around. So she is, her craft with the elements is quite excellent, in a sense that she knows how to maneuver one element to the other, from the land to the water. Right, so what else? It's quite artistic, actually, Spirit says. Seven of Cups again. Achieving the goals. You see, what am I achieving? What have I achieved? It's as if for her, life has been a gamble, and she's gambled very well. She's been very good at what she's gambled. In this Seven of Cups, which are empty, she's now filled the cups with everything that she wants and has achieved. You've got a head, a woman's head. You've got the snake, which is the skill, the venom, the tools that we use, the emotions we use. You've got the beast, the crocodile. You've got the crocodile, and the crocodile doesn't have a body of what looks like the hind legs of possibly a carnivore. It looks like a lion. So you are animalistic or beastly in your thoughts and energy and intentions. I do see a wreath. I do see what looks like a fortress. I'm not really sure what that is, but it looks like it's got light around it. An ascension of energy, probably. But nonetheless, what I am being told here, she's playing with the lower dimensions. Look at that. She is concentrating here on the base and the sacral energy, which is survival, which is lust for life, material possession, sexual desire, addiction, obsession. That's what she's playing at. She's not moving in the higher dimensions. Her focus is lo and behold. She's still very close to the earthly attachments. Her consciousness is not high. That's what that head is about. It is about, yes, slashing necks along the way and in a metaphorical sense, but it's also about raising your consciousness to see higher. And the snake can also personify, when you are spiritually connected, that you've raised your earthly energies, your kundalini energy, into the higher dimensions of consciousness, so that spirit and matter merges into the ascension of the self. So she's still very earthly rooted. So she's made it her life purpose to be that way. Because her focus is on that. The Hierophant. The Hierophant is the institution, the regime, is the contract here. her commitment to developing this goal, to be part of it, to influence it and to be influenced, to obey it and to be obeyed. This is the ultimate goal. This has always been her purpose, right? To be part of the system. And like I said, it is possible that it is fated, right? It is fated for her to be part of the system, to be part of this life. But again, your destiny is a choice of how you will live or fulfill that life purpose. And listen to the birds. My spirit is saying that is true. You can be fated to go into a family of royalty or poverty. It is your destiny how you will use that energy. Will you use it in a righteous or unrighteous way? You can go into a royal family from nothing and you can transform that family into something wonderful. And yourself. You can go into a family of poverty and you can depress and sink further, or you can educate yourself or use a skill and a craft that you will awaken from deep within you and generate an income. See, it's about making the right choices, right? You can transition from anything in life, absolutely anything, on the most rough waters. But the choices that you make will influence your institution, your inner institution and your outer, your religious beliefs, your spiritual beliefs, the family dynamic, the environment, the social systems, your career, your life path in general. I want to say so much, but politics and all of that is not necessary. You know, if you're in part of an educational infrastructure, then you influence that. For example, if you're in politics, yes, you influence politics. So it is about institutions, bigger things in your life that have landmark positions, landmark expressions of your purpose here, your involvement, your connection to. Five of Pentacles, another 5. The Hierophant is a 5. We are still in May in the energy of change, and this is the 5. And the 5 of Pentacles is along the way in this institution, she has created problems. She's created problems in the family dynamic, right? So let me not take all the cards out. Let me leave it here and tell you about them, right? So the transition to get into the institution, right, has always been the goal, yeah? Not making the righteous choices or making the choices from the lower dimensional energies has created problems in the families and in individuals in the system by giving them worry, sadness, sorrow, isolation, by moving them out, by creating problems. And I'm not saying she is a troublemaker, right? Maybe by making just one wrong choice, she has created problems with 5 people. It's like in a job, you have your superior come and say, you have done this, it's not right, I want you now to go and correct it. And he speaks to you. Now under you, you have 3 or 4 other people that you've engaged in to create this, and it turned out to be the opposite of what was needed or wanted. So what do? You now go and you lash at them. We've done this, it is wrong, it is not right, we've got to correct it, and off you go, blowing off steam. So you've hurt others, you've wounded others, you've created problems for others. That person could be driving home with that bad mood and bash into somebody, kill somebody along the way, or injure himself. Now you see how that energy has a ripple effect. And this is what has happened here. By making wrong decisions, we create problems for others. By making wrong choices, by also being selfish in life, by wanting with the Four of Coins to be in control and to manipulate. And sometimes being in control, for example, I told the three people below me, these subordinates, I want you to do this. And when I now go and represent that to my designate, it's the wrong thing. So I come out and lash on these subordinates, but I've given the instruction. And that is what human nature does. That's what people do. We do not claim our wrongs and our faults. We just go on and allow that to have an unnecessary sad effect. And this is what the Five of Pentacles does. It puts people in sadness and sorrow. It demotes them. It demoralizes them. It isolates them. And this is what she's done in this system. Anything else, please? That's the Two of Wands. Let's see any more. Alright, so we leave it there for these two cards. We have the Two of Wands, which is holding the vision, contemplating the future. That's what she was doing. And again, the Page of Pentacles. So from a very young age in her life, she was contemplating this future, her choices, being in this royal family or having this gold. Her mind was set on something, right? She was firm in her hand. That's a helicopter over my roof after several weeks. So wanting to be very much part of that Air Force, the Royal Air Force, to make a loud noise. Right, so she's thrown that out in for manifestation from a very young age, and she achieved that. So she's excellent at manifesting. Right, and if you want to learn a thing or two about manifesting, that's how you hold a vision. But you've got to be at it daily. You've got to be consistent, and that's what she was, very consistent. And I leave it here. We will move on to another part where I have different questions. Beautiful family of light, I thank you for listening. I love you. I bless you. Till next.